hiking, film photography.
I've got way more hobbies than there are days in the week.
Yeah.
To the point where, like, a couple months ago, I asked my mates, how many hobbies is too many hobbies? And one of them was like, oh yeah, 7, because there are 7 days in the week.
They're like 24, and you're like, oh shit,
Yeah.
I need to cut down a lot.
Then I was like, wait a second, I can definitely do like more than one hobby a day. So
I listen.
that's okay. Film photography is the big one. Movies, I collect books. Do sports count as hobbies? Because yeah,
What's
Oztag, I fell out of rock climbing. Oztag took it up.
Shut up.
Ah,
No,
man. Oh yeah, fair. Okay. Oztag, rock climbing. Um, I'd like to collect watches. So whenever I get into a,
hobby, my friend.
it is so expensive. Whenever I get in,
Just collect the
yeah,
cheap ones. It's cheap.
yeah, exactly. Whenever I get into a hobby, I research the shit out of it. So I've researched the shit out of watches. What I'm wearing right now is a Seiko 5 SNKL 23.
If
Yeah,
you want to go buy it on Amazon, you can touch
yeah.
it.
Fountain pens. I've got like 2 of them and like a bunch of ink bottles. So, for those who are into fountain pens, I've got a Pilot Custom 74, which is a birthday present from my friends, and a Pilot Metropolitan. I love them because they're not that expensive pens, but the more expensive one has a gold nib. Um,
Actual gold or gold?
yeah, actual gold. It's like 14 karat though.
Relax.
It's small. It's
Why not 17?
yeah, fair. It's an expensive pen for those who buy disposable pens,
Yeah.
and I've got it loaded with Robert Oster Burgundy ink, which to me looks like the color of blood. It's not too expensive, but I use it because I got it as a present for my 20th birthday. I requested it, and I did a thing. I thought of it because I wanted my 20th birthday present to be special. And my plan on using it is that since I'm studying to become an English teacher, and if I'm marking some poor kid's essay, if they fail, at least they get it written in expensive ink.
Expensive, like
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
And obviously, if you're a pamper, then you have to practice with it.
Yeah,
Nice cursives and stuff.
yeah.
That's
So,
good. Well, a few of these hobbies you
yeah.
call that.
Video games, I forgot about those.
Video, of course, videos. I know you love video games. I feel like some of these, though, not to say they aren't hobbies. Obviously, the act of collecting them.
Yeah,
is
they're
a
like
hobby.
interests.
Yeah, but that's my thing. Wouldn't they then be categorized in like gentlemanly artifacts? I don't know. Like, I feel like, yeah, you've got an appreciation for classy, but not in a way that, like, you know, someone who collects wants to buy the most expensive Rolex or this. You're not like that.
Right, nah.
You're more so. Like through my hanging out with you, I feel like you seem to have this attraction with just the same way when you were like, don't you fuck the same way when you were like moving the mechanical. This is like
Yeah.
you like things that work a sudden like a rustic feel about it.
Tactile.
Yeah,
Maybe.
and
Yeah.
everything associated like that. Because and honestly, do you think like maybe you could tie it down to a time frame, like a time period, like a period piece? Because film photography is from a certain time, quite wide range.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the evolution of film photography expand,
Right.
and then everything else. So the watch and the style. You like that leather? I know what you like. You like that.
Yeah,
Leather, nice, you know.
That's a
leather
good
specialist
question.
Shoes, fountain pen, wearing nice clothes. Stuff
Right.
like that.
Yeah. I don't know if I can tie it down to a certain time period. That's an interesting
Time
take.
to certain something that makes them all the common. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
fair. I think I know what you're getting at, but the one thing that's always interested me is this idea that like there are connections between everything that like even in ways in which normal people air quotes yeah, which like people can't even realize.
Yeah.
And yeah, because what I did was I started thinking about the hobbies and whether or not there were any connections between them. Obviously, like collecting things. I was running around a photography market, the Sydney camera market. It used to be a big thing before COVID hit, but they cancelled it once COVID hit. I'm not sure if there's going to be one this year, but I bought a couple cameras there, and like at the very back, there's this guy who always sells watches, and I was overhearing I was overhearing a conversation. There's definitely a connection between people who have interests in film photography and cameras like that, they also have a vested interest in watches, mechanical watches, because they both go hand in hand. They're both mechanical objects. They've got engineered design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, you weren't ever that crazy good at maths, were you?
No, I'm terrible. Terrible.
Well, first of all, I think maybe it was something you said to me.
Right.
And even if you didn't, like, I can create this association. You can imagine a time where someone's doing film photography, right? And because it's a film camera, certain things with time you don't really have. So as a photographer, you need your watch, right?
Right.
Those things are obviously working together. And
Right.
then as pieces separately, like just the way they function, like the way the watch functions. With
Yeah.
You move the motion and things clicking and stuff, and there's a level.
Yeah, I don't even know because this watch that I'm wearing right now, the SNKL 23, it's the movement inside it. So when we talk about watches, the actual thing that makes the hands move, we call that the movement. We call that the movement. Yeah. It is called a movement. And
you want to know what time it is? It's fucking 3:08. Tell me about this movement, huh?
oh yeah, it's not even a movement. Okay. That's a phone. Right, yeah. So oh yeah, that's so interesting too because like when I first got into it, I still had the habit of whipping my phone out to check the time.
All your fucking hobbies are on this thing.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
photos? Got it.
yeah.
Time? Got it.
Yeah.
Reiki? Got it.
Yeah. I asked my mum whether or not she thought phones would supersede or take over cameras, the camera industry. She said no, because I agree. The lenses, there's a difference between the lenses.
You know that fact, then yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna say that it's always like, yes, the phone cameras you've seen them, they're really coming up.
They're
right?
useful.
Yeah, like they're getting crazy.
They won't.
Crazy high
They
definition.
definitely won't really take over the camera industry.
You reckon they won't?
They'll get close. We can use phone technology in cameras. I don't think they're ever going to do it.
But my point is like there are some people who literally only have their phone for the camera.
Yeah, I hate that. I
It's
hate
so
that.
convenient to use,
It's convenient.
and then they don't want to have to learn to have to use this.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like I like learning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Ooh, next
to the
time-
point where in the watch community there are fashion brands. So you've got boys like it's pronounced Movement, but the brand is spelt MVMT. Yeah. Daniel Wellington.
Yeah.
Hate those. The watch community hates them because there's no. It's like it's superficial.
They're taking away the magic. of
There's
it.
no
Like, for
substance.
example,
Yeah.
You can go up to someone with a watch and ask them about the watch and it'll be that.
Yeah.
You don't want to ask a Daniel Wellington.
You
wearing
can't because
one
you're looking at them
one
and you're like, okay, so you bought that for what was it, $200? You know, it costs like $10 to manufacture, right?
Well, I was gonna put to you, dude. Have you ever started playing around with deconstructing and reconstructing?
Deconstructing and reconstructing.
Brother, you like watches, you like cameras. Let's get you some broken cameras, some broken watches, shit that you can just play around and see how you
Fair. Yeah.
Just look, right now, you're at
Right.
I don't know, when I talk to you, I just feel like, look, if your film camera broke, right?
Yeah.
You're not throwing it away straight away. You'd open
No,
it, see if you can
I've got-
and knowing you kind of like, like where you kind of figure little things that make it kind of work, and you're kind of okay.
Yeah, it's
And you run with that, right?
fair
You know
enough.
what I'm saying? Like, if you had to explore it for yourself, man, see how you feel.
Yeah, that's interesting because like I've definitely bought cameras on eBay
Yeah.
that don't work and things that are broken. One of the cameras I bought, the little guy, the Nikon 35 Ti that I brought to Kosciuszko, when I bought it, in the description it said the lens gets stuck sometimes, but it was a good price, so I won the auction, bought it anyway. And sure enough, when I received it in the mail, took it out of the package, put a battery in, turned it on, tried to turn it back off, the lens got stuck. And then what I did was I went out to a camera store not a camera store, like a camera repair shop at Town Hall. I walked in, put it on the counter. I said, "Is it fixable?" The guy said, "Nope," because it's one of those cameras that he's a very knowledgeable guy.
Dad can fix it, and that guy's dad's long gone.
No. It's one of those cameras that are labeled or has a reputation for being unfixable. So it's dead. It's a paperweight, right? So I was a little bit disheartened, and then I did a thing where like on the bus home, I was just like fiddling with it, and because when I was at home, I didn't want to fiddle with it too much because it's a new camera. It's
Yeah,
like
because you still gotta
seven
keep
hundred
making
bucks.
pics.
This is
But now you know you're like
yeah.
at a dead end.
This is what like one of the most expensive film cameras I've bought.
Yeah.
I bought it just to test it
Have a
out
cry.
because it had a reputation for being like an amazing camera too. And so when I got home or like on the bus home, I just pushed the lens in really, really hardly with more force than I'd usually use with like a mechanical object.
Rob, I know what you're like. You'd never do that.
Yeah,
Like,
and
you're
then
so like careful with your
Yeah.
stuff. Like you're not.
then the
You're
lens,
not sure you're not fucking it. You don't force things,
Yeah.
but
the lens went back in, and then I was like, all right, okay,
sweet.
right.
See, but there you go. Have you then from there? What happened? You know what I mean?
That's yeah,
I'm gonna grab that
because
camera right there. I'm gonna smash it down, give it to you. Put it back together for me.
Ah.
Smack it on the
oh
ground. put it back
man,
together, man.
yeah, like
You've got 35 years.
I don't even know if it's the technical or like the design aspect of that
It's
that
mechanical, like the
fair, like because it's a tactile experience, film versus digital. You can feel the film being wound when you press the button. You can you can feel and hear the shutter open and close, and you just don't get that with digital. But
I have a cry.
I've got actual photography mates. yeah. I've got like I know an actual mate. I haven't seen him in years though. Who no, we're not mates. a colleague. Yeah, I've seen what he does on Instagram though. He actually has an understanding of the technical aspects of cameras, so he can probably build or modify lenses by himself. I'm not interested in that. Fair, but we can talk about the differences between film and digital too, because the hike organizer, he's a great photographer. He's a digital photographer. One of the things that connects the three of us is that we're all hikers and we're all photographers. So he uses a Fuji X100V. I'm pretty sure it came out last year. It's a beautiful camera. It's got a fixed lens, but it's digital. It's digital. Fujifilm.
That's beautiful. How wrong?
Fujifilm. I really like Fujifilm's digital cameras. I'm too broke to buy one though. I'm in the middle of saving money. I'm at the point, not to get a digital, to buy a pair of boots. Yeah, the $995 Olden Indies. Yeah, which hopefully will get me throughout my teaching career. I want to buy them because they're Indiana Jones's
You like
boots.
the old shit?
Yeah. They're Indiana Jones's boots, and in my mind, Indiana Jones is when he's not like a fucking grave robber, he's a professor of archaeology.
Some